Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to a Thursday in which we all wonder, what the heck is it Thursday or still? I mean, really. But either way, I hope that everyone is doing well. I see we've got quite a few people in already, including Hunter, who is work lurking, and before even managing to get the stream running, subscribed at tier 2 for 23 months. And I've been around Blacklad for too much, or Ginger, one of the two, for the whole nearly a year joke. So, yeah. Such is the way of things. But thank you, Hunter. Very much appreciated. Welcome in to Taryn and Frauke and True Purple and Blast, who is writing emails, and scrolling fast, trying to scroll quickly. Raven, welcome in. Seribot finally got to catch up with us. Hunter on a 160 stream streak, which is quite impressive. These numbers just, I do not know how to parse them sometimes. They are just fantastic, and I really appreciate it. Glam Pixie, welcome in. Scroll a bit faster. Jerry May, welcome in. Shadow Sky, good to see you. Let's see. Keep scrolling, Scots. You're trying to catch up, remember? Hunter joining the scurry. Feg joining the scurry. Elkhorn, welcome in. Sin Lily, happy Thursday. Keep scrolling. Urban, welcome in. Goodness, are we going to catch up? Nope, we've got to hydrate. I'll hydrate. Squeak, squeak, squeakity, squeak. And a stretch to go with it. So let's see which popcorn we get today. Not much. Only a little bit of popcorn. Thank you for those, Feg. And to everybody, remember, hydrate, stretch, med check. Do check everything. Do take care of yourselves. That's important. Which indigenous population I'm going to persecute today? I wasn't planning on persecuting one. Yeah. The fact that it went over your head means that it wasn't a good joke. So, patronizing is perfectly sensible. Before people complain, oh dear, here we go. New movie was released yesterday featuring a pig in prehistoric times. It was called Jurassic Pork. Oh. Yeah, I vote for throwing Blast into the void. Nordic Wolf, welcome in. Ritsu, good to see you. And I'm missing Urban. There's no popcorn if it's not a proper stretch. Oh no, if there's no popcorn. Only be here a bit. Twitch browser is having problems, so you can't watch the stream, but bit can watch it, but can't chat on browser. Goodness. Chatting on your phone. Thank you for joining us, Nordic Wolf. Blast is on a 355 stream streak, just 10 days short of a full year. You're off by 10, Blast. Sci-Fi, welcome in. Right. Actually, have I got... Yeah, I've got camera override switched on. There is a reason why we are still in Britties mode. And that is that overnight, I might have done a thing. Those who... and Nordic Wolf on a 25 stream streak. Those who watch a couple of channels and Discords may have seen elements of this already. I've made a bit of progress. Repetition is strong. Repetition is very strong. Repetition is very, very strong. I keep expecting to find the sign at the back of it saying, "We break for no one." Have a good stream. Hope Twitch fixes. Look after yourself, Canadian Dragon, and hopefully they do fix it soon. I've also put back in the portal for the Frozen Archives. It's slightly differently placed to where it was planned. It was supposed to be 8 blocks to the right in this picture. I'm getting welcome into Canadian Dragon and look after yourself to Nordic Wolf mixed up. I apologise profusely. Oh, I have a brain. No, I don't. But this thing looks insane from angles like this. I think once we get a tower over here, I will probably have to remove some elements of this just to make it really, really pop. I don't think I can, Dragon. I don't think I can. It's a side effect of being me. But, yeah, this thing is truly starting to look epic. Granted, this is Tunnel 1 of 4. And have a good look, Dragon. Which is also something that Hunter identified before stream. I had OBS open and they lurked, but they got no response because it was stream elements and set to when stream is active only. I keep meaning to move that over to StreamerBot. And for those who might be interested in it, we have a Lickitung in chat as a Pokemon. And for those who are far more interested, we have a Lotus, who is definitely much, much nicer. Welcome in, Lotus. Yeah, I really love the way that this looks with the complementary reimagined switched on. But it looks good even without it. Granted, the nether fog does make it harder to see, and you do lose it fairly quickly. You can't even go down to a decent low level and still see it. And dare say you'd want to do some polishing of these tunnels to remove some of the weird spots where it comes in and then immediately opens up. Yeah. The mining has definitely left some interesting artifacts. Hey, Inari. But either way, I really, really think this is going to look super cool when the whole thing's finished. which will probably need about 4.5 trillion tons of copper next. Oh, God help me. One thing that did happen shortly after I started, I discovered that this section, when I did all the copying all the counting yesterday, was 15. Every single section was off by 1 in its location on the positioning to start the supports, because I got this one element wrong. I nearly cried. I so very nearly cried. That one hurt. And for those keeping count, because I used 7.5 stacks of grindstones for this. Hey Landstrad, welcome in. 7.5 stacks of grindstones. That's bonkers. Thank goodness it wasn't anvils or anything. There are points where the itch to install World Edit is strong. No kidding. Quite the grind. Oh! I approve of that pun, and don't simultaneously. However, let us do a couple of things. One of which is find where my volume is. That's better. I was going to have a look. I'm fairly sure that I've got several stacks of dirt in storage in the marketplace still. And I'd like to take some dirt with me over to Jurassic World. It's one of the things that I rarely remember to take out of storage, because basically it's... Aha! Yep, thought so. It's something I end up with ridiculous amounts of in every location. But due to the shaping and size of Jurassic World, I think I'm going to need a seed amount. There we are. Conveniently just enough. Meds, food, then switching over to laptop. Look after yourself, Lotus. Meds and food are important. Right, I have just slept. Unfortunately, we don't have... Ooh, hold on. We don't have a nether portal over at Jurassic World yet. Do we have any obsidian here? No. Dagnabbit. I need, like... I'm going to have to spend some time over at... over in the end getting obsidian. Hello, chicken. Whee! Hello, Footy. Welcome in. You have about 29, I think, in IKEA. Yeah, I need 50. So, that's not going to work. But I'll get it another time, actually. I'm on my own then. Frequently. It is a solo server, after all. Actually, I have a question. Do I have a dirt supply here, just so I know? Yes, right. I'm going to put 2 stacks there, and we're going to divert to... we're going to divert to the end for a minute and grab a couple of stacks of obsidian. Actually, no, I'm not going to put you through watching me mine 2 stacks of obsidian, I'm not that cruel. That would just take far too long. What it does mean is we ain't going to be putting a nether portal into Jurassic World yet. Is that a flying horse? No, it's just very much on the edge of a cliff. We're going to mine 2 stacks of obsidian. Welcome to the rest of stream. No, I'm not that cruel. See, even the sirens are returning to say, don't do it. Oh, I've still got Lightmatica switched on. There we are. Okay. Without a beacon and a dark pick with efficiency 5. Thankfully, I've got a dark pick with efficiency 5. It's just the lack of yeah, I know what I'm trying to say, even if I haven't a clue what I'm trying to say. Right. Kind of surprised that I don't have... No, I don't have a dirt chest. Oh, a dark steel pick with a... Oof. That would be nice. To specifically increase speed when breaking obsidian. Survey says that would be nice. Right, I'm going to take the dirt out and put it into my inventory for the moment. So, I'm noticing a problem here. Ah, there it is. I was about to say, where's the rest of my tower? Let's... You see... Where? There are problems with the world. Can anyone spot the problem with this section of world? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? There are many problems with the world, but that's not what I... But, oi! There's a hole in my Minecraft. Dear chat, there's a hole in my Minecraft. Yep. Right. Ideally, I should have headed all the way down there and lit it up. I can't be bothered. Lighting up everything. Who was I was watching and discussing with the other day? But somebody was commenting... Oh, it was Tree. Was commenting, a lot of people don't realise that if you light up everything, you're just basically increasing the number of, you're reducing the areas that stuff can spawn in, and therefore you're going to make it harder for yourself in the areas that you've left, because everything will spawn in it. At least I ended up in the water and not in the deeper hole. Yes. That would have been deeply disturbing. Hold on. Let's flatten out the world a bit. Actually, let's bring the camera count in. See the inside of my hollow head. And use that as a way of viewing what the heck we're doing. So what I want to do is leave this as untouched as possible. But equally, I also want to make it as solid as possible to build on. Which is why I brought so much dirt with me. Because the intention is to make it possible to actually build on this without falling through the holes. What I'm going to do is just remove where Minecraft has basically gone, hey, this is a nice section of landscape. I'm going to put a hole straight through the middle of it. Because Minecraft likes to do that. Don't you, Minecraft? And I'm aware that I'm dealing with the one at the front when there are two very large caves elsewhere. I deliberately had to think about that phrasing there for a minute. Oh, I forgot that quote existed, and I really approve of it. Thank you for reminding of that one, Frauke. This world exists in 3 states. Holy landscape, incomplete landscape, and wholly landscaped. That one's from Raven, and I really approve of it. I forgot that existed. I might not do much with these caves yet. The reason being... Ooh, B. That... in theory, we could have another floor down here, and I could actually end up just mining out those caves to become interior. So if I fill them in now, I'll only end up having to remove them later. Which is one of those... Let's not do something silly yet. Is there any exterior sections that I still need to deal with, however? Other than the large amount of... No, silly. Why? Because I plan on being silly enough with the size of this build. Oh, even the camera count's going, excuse me, I'd like the rest of these chunks. Scott isn't artificially inflating his dirt mind stats. No. Which reminds me. You see, using tunnel bores artificially deflates my netherrack mind stats. Oh, Lord, these numbers are scary sometimes. I find it hilarious that I've broken 55,000 scaffolding. Oh, that's more scary. I'd not noticed that that was that high up that list. And I've only picked up, like, half the netherrack. Yeah. Oh, was that on the list that way? Yeah. 270 versus 510. And then I've dropped 50,000 of it. And used 50,000 of it. Oh, and we have another Pokemon in chat, which appears to be a Carcol. If I remember rightly from our Frauke information service, everything is valid this week. Catch it. Right, this, however, is definitely a cave in my world that has no value. So let's remove it. This is a cave into which I will accidentally drop repeatedly during building. Guaranteed. Weeklies are, yes. Excellent. AKA, gotta catch 'em all. think we're going to have to remove a birch tree, which will seriously upset a few people. No, I think specifically you want to not catch at least one of them, but which one is up to you or not as the case. What? $87 chests of netherrack. 87 chests. Oh, Lord. Is that 87 single chests, Landstrad? Okay, I think I know where about 50 of them are. There's about 25 double chests at the... right, yeah, because barrels. There's about 25 double chests at the nether portal for... what's it called? The Temple of Yeet. So that would account for a decent amount of it. There's also another. Oh, let's see if there's 5 tall, 3. There's another 15 double chests in IKEA. So that's another 30, which might actually be about right. There's probably a few odds and sods dotted around the world in other places. I worry about the fact that I know exactly where I have about 80 chests of netherrack. Still, it's a great sketching material. Miyakula, welcome in. Happy Thursday. I mean, it makes it clear that it's a sketching material. It's absolutely not something that you're going to recognize as being part of your final build. Hello, sheep. Ooh. Oh no, it was goats. I just had a, I might have to hold on to the sheep so that I can hang it over a pen. But that was goats that they took into a pen in Jurassic Park. Let's see. I'm going to take out some of this, however. Goats are now also a thing. They are. We have plenty of them at the Frozen Archive, which is now accessible again, thank goodness. Having put back in a nether portal and double-checked that it did actually connect correctly, I am so much happier that I now have access back to the Frozen Archives. The reason I'm lowering this area is because I was having, I think, yes, you can panic again. And one thing that crossed my mind was, how do you get into the docking station, the docking tower for the airships? And then I realised I've got this lovely building. I've got these lovely long this long section of building coming all the way along here. And I've got this tower support right here. So I can put an archway here and an archway here, or a doorway here, and have a walkway between the two buildings. Makes perfect sense. Anyway, I think I'd planned it that way. Ahem. Gotta be careful with that. I might be thinking ahead. Not happening. The odds of me remembering to think ahead are slim to none. What I will do is fill in this a bit. Really? Right. So, there's definitely going to need to be probably quite a bit of mining out around here to allow for a walkway through the building. But it doesn't necessarily need to be all building. It might... Actually, I need to work out where floor levels are. Yeah, I know. Squirrel! So I think that's a floor level. That way you've got this, then you've got to look down into the water area. Yeah, that works. Same logic is that I need a quick nap. Darkness is falling. Hello, darkness. You're not my friend. I'm going to get rid of you again. Goodbye. Hello, darkness. You're not my friend. I'm getting rid of you again. I'm quickly going to be sleeping. 'Cause zombies and creepers, they be creeping. And I don't want to have to deal with them again. Right, let's see. So, by that logic, this is the next floor level. Ooh, these are going to be really tall floors. That's nice. I mean, that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 6. Take out 1 for a ceilings. 5. Actually, that's a 5 high room. I like that. 5 high for a room is actually really rather nice for a semi-modern-ish build. I mean, I'm going... well... Oh, what did I describe this as the other day? I had a word I used for this. Ah, smeggity. Who knows? I can't remember what it was. It wasn't Baroque. I hate myself now. I cannot remember what I described this as. Wait, hold on. Didn't I describe it in Discord? Meow. 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 Hibbity. Hibbity. Art Deco. That's the one. Yeah. Yay. I remembered. I just call it modern steampunk. You're on your own for describing architectural styles. The only one you know is brutalism. Yeah. There's also Baroque, medieval, broken down and ugly. Katsune, welcome in. Happy Thursday. Hail Hydrate. Right. One hydrate, one stretch, one nod of the head, one... Oh, that was shoulder. Yep, shoulder. One set of popcorn. Keep moving. Dear. Part of this... I know what this shape reminds me of. Now I remember what this reminds me of. Have a good meeting, Raven. There's a YouTube channel that I follow called ClickSpring. And they did a build a while back of an Art Deco inspired precision meter. That's what this shaping reminds me of in places. Is that the right line? Yes, it is. There we are. Right. So, what I'm thinking is, it might be nice to... Before we start with something like this, or the towers at the back, he says, gesturing with the camera account, which, not helpful. So, before starting on, say, these huge towers at the back of this, or the giant towers of this section at the front here, we can use to work out our style. So, I think we shall. Yes, we're going to start thinking about building. My word. That poor flower on a single block of grass in the middle of the water. Oh, won't somebody think of the poor flower? No, wait, what? Oh, dear. You know, I think the fact that I've not actually been on caffeine for most of the week, and I'm still not on caffeine, is starting to lead to some of these swings of chaotic being a little bit more wider than normal, shall we say. And we have a Clefairy in chat for those who might want to try and catch it. And actually, those 13 birch logs are going to turn into some more chests for me. Well, I'd like them to turn into double chests if I remember not to shift. There we are. So that's dirt. We can put stone in here. You can go into there. And the seeds can just... Did I keep seeds anywhere? No, fine. This is feeling louder than normal. Ah, it is. Whoops. Let's see. I'm not going to break into the andesite yet, but I'm going to break it out. Let's start with stone. Swimming, swimming through the oceans of doom. Wait, what? Why are they oceans of doom? to start with this side because it's kind of a good side to start on. And you typed too slow. Whoopsie. Yikes. Not that one yet. Wait, what is this? Efficiency 3, efficiency 4. I love that. I've got a complete set of differences. An efficiency 3, efficiency 4, and an efficiency 5. So I'm thinking... I know. I keep using that word. And it does mean what I think it means. Suggestions for fresh blood, block, and mouth interior, please. If you're doing a build of something that needs a mouth interior, I'm thinking back to the work that Deep Sky Miner's done. What type of mouth? I think is probably the question. Are we talking dragon? And what scale? Dragon. Okay, so something fairly dark would be good. Mud and mangrove rooted mud go nicely together. Huge. Okay, definitely mangrove rooted mud. The black terracottas, some of the dark purples as well might be quite good. I would consider looking at the what's the one I'm looking for? Dark oak logs as well. Generally, the inside of the mouth isn't going to be impacted by the colour of the dragon. In my opinion, others can make their own decisions. But the fact that if it's a dragon, it tends to be sort of something that's eaten quite a lot, and it tends to be quite dark inside. That's just my ideas. I'm curious. I agree. I also am curious. What color dragon? No. That's where my 2 is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just one more. 5. I'm going to take 2 more off here. Blackstone, deep slate and polished andesite, mostly for the body. Spine and parts are overgrown with leaves and moss. Ooh. Then That sounds awesome. Oh, that's a good idea, Feg. Now, at the moment, I know I'm going with pure stone quite a lot here. I'm thinking this sort of scale of building, being steampunkish, might actually be concrete quite a lot. And raw stone tends to look more like concrete, in my opinion. Of course, that's my opinion. Depending on scale, you could put some magma blocks, campfires underneath. Ooh, yes. That's a nice addition. Here. 2 more. One, 2, 3. Done 3 here. There we are. I might as well collect the netherrack that I'm dropping, just in case I need to sketch something else out around here. And until we get a portal in, I don't have a decent way of getting more over here. Decent way could easily be just fly away and get more, but I'm trying to avoid having to. I'm trying to make this area reasonably self-sufficient. There will be I'm gonna need a building supplies building. Ooh, that's something I've not designed. Yeah, I'm gonna need a B&Q, or at least a shipping dock for B&Q. You can do it when you B&Q it. Time to work with lots of orange. Lovely. Although that said, lots of orange could be time for a resin farm. Which might actually not be the worst of ideas, because resin in places on this might be quite a nice material. Ooh. 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 Test it. I don't have a decent supply of resin. But yes, I think I might have to test that. Because I was gonna... I mean, that... Merble? Merble? Fnerble. Ah! That Fnebbles. I fell in the sand. It's a sand trap, and I'm not even playing golf. Am I prepping for a fashion commercial, saying, ooh, at different camera angles in quick succession? No, but now you said that, my brain is just going, that's a dangerous thing. Fnebbles, the new fragrance. Pour homme, pour femme, poor buggers. Wow. I'm not disappointed in you, chat. Just certain gremlins. Let's grab some andesite. Start mixing that in with the stone. And actually, I've got a stone cutter with me, so I can start bringing in... So I kind of had an idea when I was doing this of what I wanted, and now I've forgotten what it was. So I'm kind of I've got to try and recover that. Oh, I meant to bring some tough with me as well. Dagnabbit. Ooh, cow. That means we've got 2 cows in this area, considering we've got the villager's emotional support cow. So we can actually have a cow herd. We've still got their emotional support cow. Yes, that's good. At some point, I do need to consider setting up the villager breeder. What type of villager are we going to have over here? That's a question. What type of villager would we have in this area? Because we've got stonemasons at the mine. I do use them. We've got... we're going to have all the librarian... we've got librarians in Lagville at the moment, but we're also going to have librarians at the Frozen Archive. We don't have a huge supply of farmers anywhere in the world. Oh, we're going to need quite a few cartographers around here. So you guys can probably have some cartographers in your future. Oh, before I forget, I was going to pick up some tough. I don't know. I mean, cartographers is the obvious one, but it feels like I need something more than just cartographers. Fishermen. fishermen and farmers. Yeah, we are on an island. So... let's make some of these into polished as well. Oh, I still don't have any scaffolding. And yet we're in an area with tons of the dang stuff somewhere. I know I had scaffolding. Yeah, fisherman sounds like a good idea as well. So cartographers, fishermen and farmers. Given the size of the island, cartographers in the main tower, fishermen and farmers out to sort of the areas around. We've got space for it. Calls for shipwrights. But what Minecraft... Well... I was thinking of putting in an airship construction yard somewhere, but I don't know if this island is the right place for it. Actually, this island is not the place for it. So, at some point in the future... Oh no, I've just scope creeped myself. Scope creeped myself. Probably lots of protester villagers. Somewhere I'm going to need in this world an airship construction yard. And a nitwit in the dino pens. I always scope creep myself. I know! Doesn't necessarily mean that I'm actually doing it intentionally. Where the heck's my scaffolding? I bet it's up there. Harland and Squirrel. Okay, I'm going to need a little bit more context. I'm not recognizing the context. And I feel like I should. Harland and Wolff built the Titanic amongst other ships. Interesting. Useful to know. I was trying to remember the name of the large Scottish shipyard. All right. Nope. No. Of course, it's not going to be in my Nerbling. Where the... Oh. There. Where the fnurble is my scaffolding? Aye, that one. You're out of place. You're netherrack. Might as well bring you down then. Where in fnurble's name is all my scaffolding? Ferguson Marine might be the one I'm thinking of. No, I don't have any chests in here anymore. I took them all out. I also finished the interior central spine. I need other things though. Huh. I can't find my scaffolding. Oh well, let's find some string. One of these had string in it. I thought. Surely I've got string with me. Ah, there we are. Oh, and hydrate. And a stretch to go with it. Oh dear. Thank you for that, Feg. Right, let's go and get some scaffolding built. Whee! The turtles are multiplying. And I haven't even fed them. That's worrying. If I'm not feeding the turtles, who is? If I've not fed the turtles and they've multiplied, who among us? Probably the protest. What is it with you and the concept of protesters? Goodness, that email was evil to write. Oh dear. Well, it's written now. You don't have to write it again, thankfully. Right. Now I have the materials to actually get on with the building again. Try using a keyboard instead next time. Hopefully you don't have to. Tree. Another tree. Another tree. Ooh, heck. Minecraft, why do you do this? What sort of fnurbling world gen is this? Why do you leave like a 1.5 block tall gap in the world? Ancients, welcome in. Happy Thursday. Thank you for coming over from your stream. I hope Minecraft was fantastic today and you were doing well. How was your stream? If you have a moment to tell us, let us know. If you need to raid and run, excuse me, I need to raid and run because apparently I've got a thunderstorm on my back. Right, sorry about that. Where was I? Oh yeah, welcome in. Oh, lovely. Just used the wrong. Well, stay on adding to my materials options. I now have cobblestone available. Finished the design 2 of the 6 buildings of your shopping street. Ah, still working on that. That's cool. And kind of tired now, so you'll be lurking. That is a very reasonable thing to be doing. Self-care is important. Look after yourself. Thank you for coming on over. And, no, that doesn't go there. So I've been going to this sort of height. But yeah, look after yourself, and thank you for coming over. I wonder if I should do some tough brick in this. No, maybe. Fnibble. Now the question is, do I go in or out with this build for detailing? Where's my andesite? There it is. Let's move the offensive pick out of the way. Actually, I'm going to swap to tough bricks at this point. Let's do that, and this. Actually, I still like to use some polished tuff during this bit. Whoops. Dagnabbit. Come back here. And of course I can't actually get back up on top of the build because, well, I've just built over the top of my scaffolding. That's a really, really useful build of scaffolding there, Scots. And we have a Porygon even, in chat, for those who might need to... It really is fantastic, isn't it, Aaron? I just don't know how I would have ever coped without that piece of scaffolding to work with. Fnurbles. Go to about there. I was just constructing it while it was all laid out before bringing it vertical. Cough. Yes, that's exactly it, Taran. I needed to work out how much I needed to use before I needed to convert the shape properly. Yes. Absolutely. Cough, cough. Fnurble. Cough, cough. No Fnurbles were hurt in the construction of this Fnurble. And Ritsu has caught the Porygon. Well done, Ritsu. Good lord, that made me jump. I know those have all been rigged so that they're roughly the same volume. But sometimes I wonder if the baseline volume was a bit higher than it should have been. Welcome back, Raven. I need a stiff drink. It's been a couple of weeks since I've had a rum and coke. Boing. Boing. Boing, boing. The Kraken is calling. Yes, but enough about Elk's build. No, that's the dirt chest. I'm also going to nominate that I'm carrying far too much stone. Well, that doesn't need to be in there because I've got the shulker for that, so I'm going to put the sand in there. Hello, bamboo chicken. Do we get another bamboo chicken? No. Again with the duds. I swear, bamboo chicken. I know it's. I know we jokingly said it's because there's only one of them, but all we ever get is nothing out of the chicken eggs from the bamboo chicken. Oh. Don't have an ender chest down here. Sounds like something you'd order in a Chinese restaurant. That's not unintentional sometimes. Hey, you show me where Mojang added a rooster into their code and I'll go and find one. So, one of the things I want to do with this build is incorporate water into it. I might as well just use this as a way down. Whee! If for no other reason, then I think it'll look quite good. Now, I need to do a lot more smoothing on this, so it needs stairs and slabs and so forth. But I quite like that shape for the end of the building. Yeah, that matches what I was hoping for. I do need a bed, however, because the sun, she is a setting. Well, I want to... Hello, Black Lad. I want to... Hello, Black Lad. Yeah. I want to make it so that this building feels like it's... I don't want it to be completely brutalist. But that said, some of the Brutalist stuff has this sort of concept in it as well, and tends to look quite good. And since we've mentioned roosters, why are chickens good at teamworking? And because they enjoy cooperation. Nibble. That was terrible. Right, hold on. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 3. Uh-oh. Blast, you've set off Elkhorn. Why do chicken coops have only 2 doors? Because if they had 4, they'd be chicken... Uh-oh! Gonna stop.
Titty-free, rat-written, hitting bloats.
Yeah, I agree with that one. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 in and a sight. I know I've got chests full of bits of materials here. Whoops. Sorry, Jeremy. Thank you for pointing that out. No. I'm not happy with elk for it either. One, 2. And I think I need 2 stone slabs. One of these days I'll get up this waterfall. That's better. Do I need a half slab here? No, I don't. Oh, that's much better. It's harder to catch an elk than a fish. Yes. Here we go. Speaking of avian jokes, what is the name of a corner store that a chocobo shops at? Oh, God. Landstrat. Why are you doing this to us now as well? Mark. Oh! Ow. You know, I was happy with this community until it started deciding that puns were an acceptable conversation piece. Oh no, Blackclad, not you too. What do you do with dead chemists? I'm gonna hate this one, aren't I? You bury him. Oh! Ow! What is a group of chocobos on the job called? A walk through. Have I got the... You know, I could have sworn I had... Where is that button? There we are. There. Too much pain. Too much pain. Too much pain. You've all been put in the in the naughty corner for all of this. Okay, okay. Your own body was rejecting you making that joke. That's alright. Hey, Mad. Welcome in. Your timing for arriving is right in the middle of pain, agony, and bad puns. So, I'm not entirely sure if I should be apologising or asking you to take us all away from this pain. Time for sleeves. Please don't send in more arrows. Do not need any more. Uh-huh. Good night, Blast. Let's go for that. 3, that's okay. I probably need to add another row down there. Going back to work on the Halloween build on Idiotic. Ooh, lovely. Okay. Now this brings in the question of what do I want to do with the shape of this building? And because you can, and we're using scaffolding, why did the panda bring a bamboo to the fight? Because bamboo shoots. Oh. Ow. So, I'm going to try and carry on building through the pain here. I feel like I need to do something to this wall to make it not just a solid, stonking, great big wall. Have a good meeting, Elkhorn. Thank you for joining us. Look after yourself. Hopefully catch you at the weekend if I don't see you tomorrow. Why did I think it was the weekend soon? Train of thought. Build. Come on, Scott. You were building. You were actually managing to make progress. I know it's rare. It's rare. Rare. It is Thursday. I've lost all grip on reality. Do I have this? Well, actually, I think I will. I was trying to work out whether or not I want the build to go outwards by a block or be recessed by a block on this wall. And I think the answer is going to be out by a block, in by a half. We'll go out by a block, put in another sort of ring, and then we'll go with walls one layer in to give us a half block depth. That'll work nicely. I think. Progress. Can't have that. No. I was making progress. Won't somebody think of the progress? I didn't even notice there was a Pokemon in chat. Hey, Footy. And the sun goes down on the poor, unfortunate Scotsman as he attempts to figure out what the heck he's doing and how to actually keep the progress going whilst surrounded by all of these gremlins. Will he manage to figure out how to keep going, or will the gremlins derail him? Let's watch and see. Yeah.
Titty free, little rat, hitting bloats.
We keep hitting bloat today. I would like a andesite stair. And a stone brick. Oh, hold on. Is it one? Yeah, it's just one stone brick stair. Today was brought to you by the Fnurble Bloat. Yes. I'm not quite sure why it sounds like he says bloat at the end of that one. But, hey. Stone, andesite, stone brick. Okay. Talk about all of the mix. We all suffer from that issue with memory, me particularly. Come on. And there. And there. You've gone into a food coma. Ah, ah, ah. Careful of those food comas. Wait, I feel like I've missed a... I have. Go up one after the other stair. So, there. So it's stair, 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 up by one here. So I need an andesite stair. Conveniently, I just dropped an andesite. Footy tends to be here midstream. You don't hit. I mean, everybody gets here at a random variety of times, and we appreciate all of you. Right. I feel like I need a couple of half slabs of andesite there to... well, actually it might be an andesite slab and a stone brick slab, but let's try it with... No, it's going to look weird if I do andesite the slab over the top of the stone brick. How dare we be sensible in chat? I mean, really, chat? Sensible? Sensible? Unbelievable! Okay, that's looking pretty cool. Let's get the scaffolding out of the way so that we can see it from actually in front of it. It was you. It's fine. Okay. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. That's got a nice sort of edge to it now. quite like the sort of feel to that. Now what I want to do is... Do I go back by a half? See, if I go back by a half, I'm putting... You see, we've got the space for this to be... As in, we've got quite a lot of build here. What we could do is... So let's do... Let's make these 3 wide. Ooh. 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 That might work. I mean, I would need a heck of a lot of it. But that would probably look pretty good. I have a thought. And it's not something we've done much with in this world. I'm thinking... this is a really large building. So we've got room to be, you know, good with it. I'm wondering if we do the 2 pieces like this, and then we step back in by a block... And we go for brick and granite as the interior block. And actually make this look sort of... Congratulations, you've identified that one of your builds is large. In other news, the sky is blue, water is wet, and Scotsman has scope creeped yet again. Actually, no, the last bit is wrong. But, well, fnibbles. Do I have any brick with me? As in proper red brick. If I do, it'll be in one of the chests up. Gah. Sonia! Oh well. Fine. As a single building, this is pretty... this is actually probably the largest single building in this world. You know what this is reminding me of by way of scale, Raven? It feels a lot like... yeah, there we are, that'll do. Trialing. It feels a lot like the world that we had... there. Ooh, excellent. I've got some of that too. Dagnabbit. Which world was it that that had the Raven in it? The airship. Because it's feeling almost on a scale of the covered building that we did in that. I have a manufacturer. Yes. It's feeling almost on a scale of that. Almost on a similar style as well. The scaffold was used purely to avoid having to actually pay extra for this. I still need the scaffolding, and I apparently need to sleep. Granted, that was an enclosing dome for putting other buildings sort of into. But, honestly, some of this may end up turning into that sort of concept. I'm thinking of having a very large atrium in the same sort of style of the visitor centre from Jurassic Park in here. Mostly under. Yeah, true. Oh yeah, we did build that enormous cavern underneath as well, didn't we? A Scotsman built that was enormous. Really? With a giant squirrel skeleton in the centre. I have no idea how I would build that. And now I want to build it. Cough. Armour stands. Cough. Not a chance. I don't want to put that much lag into this world. Hopefully I don't get help digging the basement from all the zombies and... Oh, those were... Those nearly broke our builds so often. And by nearly, I mean actually did. Okay. Allow for the fact that there's still some shaping to go in here. Ooh. Hey, Blunding! Maybe a way of finding where the lag from Lagville went. I quite like this. I think I like this. How are you feeling, Blunding? Bit better. That's good. I was about to say, are you on painkillers? You're being a bit more effusive than actually no, it's you. And we have a Pokemon in chat for those who might be interested. It is a Capsakid. Yeah, not. Okay. I did, however, then realise it's you. Just failing to take a, try to take a break from editing. Ooh, yeah, editing can... I don't know, actually. I don't edit my own stuff. I don't actually... I just post the VODs straight and just leave it at that. Right, so I need to... At which point some of this needs to come back out, because it shouldn't have been that. I'm thinking it does Raven as well. I think on this scale, with the outer border, it might actually really look nice. Some of this is... No, that one was needed. That was a load-bearing block. So was that. That one wasn't. RAP Emerald Supply. Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. It's either that or I find a lush cave and dismantle it. Actually, I think I need a second one of those. Actually, I think there is a lush cave under this island. Really? How the heck did I... Lush cave, dismantle and cook. That, yeah, that is an option. Particularly given I've been collecting a decent amount of bamboo here. I'm sure there's a derp tree over there somewhere. Where's the camera count? Derp tree not found. Ah, derp tree found. I found a derp tree. I have found a lush cave. Actually, I have found a lush ravine. Oh, it goes on for a while. Okay. Oh, I missed a bit. Yeah, there's lots of holes under my world as usual. There's a hole under my world as usual, as usual. There's a hole under my world as usual. A hole. 3. Ooh, actually, have I gotten that wrong? No? Yeah. Ooh, no, hold on. Yeah, meow. I think actually that should be a stair up. Although that said, I think I've gotten this going from 2 to 3 right here to suddenly only being 2 wide here. I feel like I've failed to translate somewhere. Question is, where? I think those need to come down by a block. No, because that's 1, 2. Ah, no, that's right. That's 2. Yeah. Ow. Let's try this again. That's 3, so I should be going there. That's 2.5, so I probably need to go there. I need to go there. How there do I go? Doing this stupid thing again called creating curves by hand. And falling off of scaffolding every 2.5 seconds. There. That's almost better. There we are. lost one. That's got it. If anything, I think there's 2 stairs here where there should only be 1. 2, 3. Yes. That's got it. That's where my shaping was wrong. If only there were tools that do curves for you. Oh no! Ahem. One of these days I will build in a way that does not make things harder for myself. Today is not that day. Particularly since I am eyeballing this and just guessing whilst building. You gave up. I admitted to wanting to bring my upon myself, so suffer my own decisions. Exactly. It's my own hideous fault. I quite like this. I'm not sure about the polished tuff at the bottom, but actually that might not actually be the worst material there. I really think that this as a basic colour scheme for this building could be really quite nice. And it fits with the sort of steampunk-esque vibe that we want to go for. It also means that it's going to stand out against the countryside and against the airship. Particularly if we do the same on this tower as well. Oh yeah, actually, at a distance, the polished tuff looks right. Up close, not too bad either. And the blue of the water goes well. Yeah. Oh, wrong one. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to have to spend about 14 trillion hours trying to get large amounts of brick. The other area that's going to look absolutely fantastic with that sort of style is going to be the back of this building. This area. That sort of style on the back of this build is going to be gorgeous. Particularly when we cut windows into it for the interior in a few places. It's going to look like a giant, almost a giant factory cathedral. Oh boy. This is why I wanted to start on that small area first, because it means that we can tinker with designs and colour schemes. But, I mean, I could also bring in a bit of Mossy cobble? No, not mossy cobble. I could... Ooh. Have I got any pale moss? Because pale moss might work nicely as a final element of colour for the building, for the grey. I'm so glad that I put this bubble elevator in. I'm also very glad that we've now got a walkway over to the airship from it. Interiors will happen eventually. Don't look at me like that. I know. Pale moss, pale moss. Ooh, I've got 15. Excellent. That's... I'm going to keep a few there so that I've got plausible deniability and seed money for a... I'm going to need a moss farm. Right. Oh, that might be too dark. Okay, maybe we don't use that. At least not on these walls. It might come in handy later elsewhere. It is too jarring a context switch in colours. And also, I don't like that one being an angle. Let's do that. So tempted, and I'm going to. Let's see. Yeah, something like that in a few places. Oh, and we have a Bolton in chat, for those who might want another Pokemon attack. Or an attempt, even. Oh yeah, I'm very much going with large scale. And yes, I'm aware that by putting in bits like this, I'm going small scale. I'm going to keep those at ground level. Basically, above about that height, I'm not going to. Tier B, unless you want to get it, get through one particular area in SWSH. Sword and Shield, I think that is. In which case, they're literally everywhere. Okay. And Ritsu caught it. But yeah, building this size, I don't really want to go into small detail too much. Look after yourself, Raven, and have a good meeting. Just realised I need to get rid of that pale moss that's in my inventory. Ooh, that's nice from this. Hold on, let's see it from the opposite. Can't see it from the opposite around here. Gotta run around the top. I love the way that I've got a cam account and I'm literally running around places to look at them from where I would run around. Carry that on all the way along to the building itself. That's going to look really pretty cool, I think. Double it up on the second side. Yeah. Okay, I'm quite happy with the way that with the direction of that. I'm not happy with the direction of that. I fell off. Let's try that again without, you know, throwing myself off the gangplank. What shall we do with a drunken Scotsman? What shall we do with a drunken Scotsman? What shall we do with a drunken Scotsman? Throw him off a gangplank. Ow. I should probably eat as well. Food. Food. That one. Tough pale moss. And I'm gonna put that one piece of cobble back into that inventory slot because it's got nowhere else to go. 8 lodestones. Yeah, that's... I'm not going to cannibalize that brick, because it might be... That was... The alternative... Way too bright. Way too bright. Even if I used the brick, it would still be way too tight. Bright. Tight? Ooh my. So, yeah, okay. I need to acquire several metrics. Oh, God. So I have a nether tunnel that I need to acquire 40-odd metric tons of copper for. And I've got a docking tower that I need to acquire 40 metric tons of brick for. Thanks for the lurk, Black Lad. Look after yourself. I need a lot of materials in the upcoming few weeks. I mean, the nether tunnel, I need a lot of materials in the upcoming few days, because the repetition is being done at the moment. Oh, yeah. Right, let's get this run further back and see what it looks like taken to the back of the build. So where are we linking? So this is where I need to double check my maths or my design. Being stalked by a sheep. Probably wondering what's going on. First things first, as with last time, just turn it into stone. Let's do these ones as well. Effectively, this is the wall of the building. So, right, let's pick this up. I know it's just netherrack, and well, I've got several, as Landstrad estimated, I've probably got about 80 chests of it dotted around the world. God help me. I fear for the fact that I've got 80 chests of netherrack. That's not a number. That's insane. Nearly 90. That's even more insane. Oh yeah, you said 87, didn't you? How did it get that bad? Stares at the everything in the nether. Okay, yeah, that... I wonder how it got that bad. Yeah, okay. I give in. Hey, I mean, take into account, I at least stop mining by hand for the tunnels. And so the tunnels are just getting blown up. I hate to think just what the destroyed by TNT count for netherrack is. Because there's no such count. Oh, I'm out of andesite. Oh. And we have a stretch. So let me... As I head over to catch my andesite stores. Oops. Ah. Whoa. Hello, panda. Oh, I should put that bucket. I'll hold on to the bucket. Right. Oh, no, it's just a stretch. Right. And... Stretch! There we are. Thank you for the stretch, Jerry May. And... There's the Heil hydrate. Thank you, Matt. Right, I was here for the andesite. That's stone, that's not. That's andesite, there it is. That's the bamboo chicken. Hello, bamboo chicken. No empty eggs for me. I'm going to put the granite in with the sand for the moment. How are you two doing? You still happy? You've still got your emotional support cow. When I build anywhere for these villagers, I'm going to have to put emotional support cows around, aren't I, for this area? Meanwhile, the panda's got an emotional support turtle. I'm not sure if it's Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, or Raphael, but it's definitely a support turtle. Oh no. Oh no. Fishers and farmers, it makes sense. Yeah. For comedy value, I've just decided this area is likely to have a panda farm. Or at least a panda enclosure. You know, ancient things. The pandas are going to have 4 emotional support turtles. Master Splinter has really let himself go. I think... you forgot we don't have the death marker on Idiotic, did we ever? I feel the next statement is, are you okay, Glam? Panda farming has to be the most futile of farms. They produce nothing, not even... You can get baby pandas. You can breed pandas in Minecraft. Oh, IRL. Yeah. IRL, however... Yeah, good luck. Actually, I've got a better corner to go and cry in here. You're probably right there, Taryn. The count is probably quite high. Please ignore the Scotsman breakdown. It was due to happen anyway. Hold on. No. That doesn't go up there. I'm not sure how I feel about that one, Landstrat. I believe the closest comment would be, I'm conflicted. We regret to inform you that the clip, I'm pretty sure we could have an entire feature-length montage video with the breakdowns, and that's just from today. That's where I go up. Uppies! Stair here. Where did I put my stone cutter? There it is. No. Here we find the training montage of Scotsman breakdowns. Why is it a training montage? Well, because somebody's got to actually practice these things. How do you practice a breakdown? There. Okay, something tells me we're going to need to do a little bit of landscaping around here. Otherwise this is going to look a little bit silly. That's it. Not sure. It's already going to look pretty silly with this giant smegging building in it. Don't know why it's going to look silly because of a building, but hey. Let's get the rest of the fnurbles. I need to do the rest of the waterway. So this is where the tough, polished and tough brick come into play. Yep. Probably can get away with a little bit of just tough as well in some areas, just to make it look like it's been worn down a bit. My block placing skills have apparently gone downhill as the course of the stream has continued. That said, swimming upwards through a waterfall can be quite fun. Oh, that's why that block was miles out of place. It should have been... Yeah, that would do it. Welcome back, Raven, and yay for short meetings. Herbida. Ooh, har. No, not you. That, and then that, and then... I need to do you, and let's go with you there. A couple of these, and let's use one of those there. Take that out. And this won't be here, because that'll be where the water comes from the uppies. No, from the first of the water channels around the edge. Because those two blocks will probably be missing. There'll be a water channel here leading around the rim of the building. Probably. Right. Now, I'm fairly sure that this will not work by way of distance for water. No, I need to go up the waterfall again. Yeah, that's more than 7 blocks. So, what we're going to need to do is add more until we hit the point where it matches. There we are. That feels all right. And now we do the same for this section. Oh, that snuck up on me. I thought we were probably still about 10 minutes from that. Thank you, Raven. Yeah. I've realised I haven't actually detailed this inner wall yet, but I also need to figure out how much of this is going to be stone over the top of a walkway and how much of it's going to be glass ceiling. I think glass might be what I have between this in a lot of places. It's always good when that point where we have to actually think about ending stream sneaks up on us, because it means that we're not actually glass plus copper. Probably. Probably. I need to find another trial chamber to destroy. I was thinking glass plus plus deep slate to try and look like iron or something like that. But yeah, copper as well. But let us have a look at what this looks like in Pretty's mode, because it is unfortunately that time of the stream where we have to consider that. More copper, more copper, more copper, more. Yeah, that is definitely turning into a thing. Ooh. Okay, that mix with the polished tuff at the bottom, the stone brick, and the actual brick, I like it. How much more copper? Yes. More weight? Yes. Can we have the rest of the chunks, please? Thank you. Ooh. I like the way this is going. Oh, actually, I think I would probably have a vertical section of this for the junction. So it's not going from the stone, from the brick into the junction. It'll be cut off before it reaches the point where it turns. I do believe I have a design and a plan and a concept. And I really like the idea of having that on this back wall. Because I think this back wall, with that sort of style and that layering and those missing chunks behind it, there they are, thank you, is going to really, really stand out in the world. As I said earlier, it's going to feel like a factory cathedral, almost. Which, that sort of angle is going to look really cool. I love the way that I start building these things with no real idea of how they're going to finally look. I've got concepts in my head, and that's why I spent the time sketching this out, because clearly this one had a concept. But until you start putting material choices onto it, you don't know where it's going. But yeah, it's going to take a bit to build, isn't it? Go figure. Oh look, I may have decided to build something stupidly big. Again. And on that note... oh dear. It would be nice if one of these days I didn't just overcomplicate every build the moment that I got anywhere near it. Unlikely, but would be lovely. However, that complete lack of reality is never going to happen. Thank you to everyone for joining me this evening. It has been fantastic having you all here, and thank you, Taryn, for pushing that button already. Saves me remember. Iron Jesus, you're actually on time. Thank you. It will look great when done. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping. But yes, let's see. I know. Iron Jesus is feeling a little bit less cantankerous than usual. Let's see. I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously to now, where we will be back here, hopefully, continuing to tinker with the shaping of this building now that we're actually getting into the start of it. I say the start because there's a lot of it to come. I am going to send us on a raid, because I absolutely love doing so. And I'm going to send us over to Vinny, also known as Anderson Vinny, Anderson Vi. Don't know. I don't understand their name. Oh, well, maybe I won't. Nope. Yeah, there we are. I was about to say I couldn't find them on my list. I thought for a minute they weren't accepting. Who is a fantastic streamer and is another person on RL Craft, along with Luna and Moon and all sorts of other people who are fantastic streamers and great fun to watch. So, I will send you all over there. I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Take care of yourselves, be amazing, and don't be too much of a gremlin unless you have a snack after midnight. Bye-bye.